Well, good morning, this is Oliver and welcome to another daily doodle. And this is something I did about a week ago, and I didn't put it up on YouTube because I didn't like it. I didn't think it worked out right. I remember when I started doing graphite sketching, one of the biggest problems I had was that I was afraid to go very dark. Everything was sort of wishy-washy and not a lot of white there. No confidence in what I was doing. And I felt that this is exactly the same. Look at it. It's all white. Don't like it. That's basically it. And so that's what I'm trying to do now, is put a little bit of more, what we call in Irish, beagání cruthair. So put a little bit more, I don't know, form and shape onto it. Let it stand out a bit. So I am going back over it now, and at the moment I'm just putting in little circular motions. The first one was really heavy because I was looking at YouTube videos, and I'm afraid I've forgotten which one it was, but there was a great one, some lady, and she was suggesting that you use solvents. Now, she also showed how to do it using white pencil, but I didn't like the white pencil method. So I took myself a trip over to the nearest town here called Dungarvan, and I picked up some oil solvent, which I'm told should work. Hope it does work. Now I'll go at normal speed on this one, and once I've this one done, I'll then speed up on the other ones, but I'll keep this one slow so that you can, which colour? I've got a number of blue ones here. Now on the original I just used a single blue, and to give the three-dimensional effect I just varied the pressure, but not very much. It was mostly light. I'm using a fairly heavy hand now with this. It's a slightly lighter blue than the previous one, and I am trying to work it into the grain there everywhere. But I still notice there's still a lot of white in there that I'm not able to get at. Now in the very center I want white, so I'm using the white pencil there and around it. I've never used a white pencil before, so it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out. And what she said on her YouTube channel is that you keep on putting in more and more layers, and the more that you can get into the paper, into the grain, the better. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm using different colors of blue to give the graduation, and then we'll see what effect does the what do we do now? Where is it? Well, this is it here. Oil mediums, Odour and ROWNEY. I'm just going to put a bit into the cap of it, that's all. Just a small amount. And I'm using a small paintbrush here, if it wouldn't keep spilling everything. And what she said was you dip your paintbrush in, then dry it out on a bit of paper. So you don't use much, just use a small little amount, and start with the lightest colour and clean it again. The brush again now with a little bit more, and again, not too much, clean it there. And so I'm doing the other blue. Yeah, it seems to be spreading it a bit. I'm just not sure how much I'm supposed to put on. This is really, I thought, not putting much on at all really, and it seems to be spreading it around nicely. A little bit, clean it. You know what, I tried this before and I never I think I was using far too much. I was using watercolor pencils, and it was useless. But I think what happened was I was just using too much water. This, what she was suggesting is right. You don't need much. Right. Well, I'll just keep on with this. Now, I said this is my first time to do it, and it will be interesting to see at the very, very end. I'll do a comparison between the two of them and see what they're like. But yeah. Just not sure what it looks black, but is that black because it's wetting the paper? I don't know. See, this one I did put a lot of wax color onto it, so I'm not redoing that. I'm just trying to blend it now and see if I can come up with making it look a little bit better. Okay, so I'll just continue with this. It's actually, I'm enjoying it. I didn't enjoy this when I did it with the water pencils or anything. This is it's nice. The trick is don't put on too much and keep on cleaning it, and stick with, shall we say, one colour or one colour area at a time, and just blend it out. What I'm trying to do is fill in the white spaces, you know, and have enough whatever you call this thing, solvent there, so that it spreads the colour. And well, the idea is that it should be a nice gradient on it. Look, I'll wait until the very end before I pass judgment on it. Even if it doesn't look nice, it is a nice, gentle exercise. I could see this now as being a nice bit of zen. And I think the only worrying part is maybe I might be putting too much solvent on. I'm using a mixed media paper. I'm not sure what paper I should be using, but that's what I am using. Okay, just do these little tubes, I suppose you'd call them. The top part, middle part is going to be white, so I'm just putting a bit of white in there now at the moment. Now that was interesting. It certainly looks a lot more vibrant to me here. In post I'm going to show the two of them side by side and we can see what they are actually like. But from what I remember, it's a lot more vibrant. And you know what? I've got a lot more confidence now to put a lot more colour down there. Don't be so hesitant with it. Yeah, it was very interesting. And I think if you haven't already used solvents, you certainly use them. If you haven't used these colour pencils, by all means do, because I have found this great fun. It's the only way I can describe it. It's absolutely brilliant fun. And I just put down colours that I'd never thought I'd mixed before. I just, do it. That's all I can say. But tell me, what do you think? Is it an improvement? This is my first time ever to use solvents, and I think it's only my third or fourth time to use these coloured pencils or any coloured pencils. So what do you think? Am I getting anywhere? Look, if you've watched this far, thank you very much and God bless you. And thank you for watching, and sure, look, I'm going to be back in a couple of days with another one. And this is Oliver signing off from the beautiful seaside town of Youghal by the sea here in Ireland. And sure, look, we'll chat again in the not too distant future. Till then, be good and slán tamil.